Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Wolong Fallen Dynasty on the Mysterious JG. Since the last time I played this game, I had a moment to consider. It didn't occur to me while we were doing it, but you remember last time we went and, oh, hold on, let me show this off. So I thought about the fact that I should probably get an alternate outfit. Player 2, John Blackthorne, or whatever. What was he actually called? John Blackthorne is the character from the novel Shogun, who's based on a real historical person who's the Anjin son. And I think in this game he was, I'm blanking on what Anjin's original name was in Neo. Because the novel Shogun is a fictionalized version of the same historical person that Neo fictionalized as an Irish guy fighting demons ship. But I went ahead and used items to get a sworn brotherhood with Guojia, because I figured, hey, you know, I should, now I've got, I'm, I might be going back and replaying through levels where I've already found the flags, so I might as well find another set that appeals, since one of the things I initially got attracted to Cao Cao's set. Cao Cao's set is now my best set because I actually spent resources to upgrade the items in it. But upon looking at the things it actually did, I realized, oh, hey, this set increases status effect accumulation, increases duration of negative status effects, fatal strikes, you don't get that often, increase hit point damage dealt to enemies afflicted with negative effects. Like, even if it doesn't always work out that great, I like trying to use status effects like poison on enemies, and this set really boosts that. So I went ahead and used the item that increases your affinity with somebody, which actually makes sense with Guojia because it's a cup of cordiality, and Guojia's gimmick in this game, at least, is that he likes to drink. So I used like, I think I had 19 starting, and I used 4 of the 19 because I don't know of a way, and there might be, I could look it up, to grind for those the same way that I have like crazy high number of Tiger Seals, and I know a level that we can play like 2 minutes of content, get a Tiger Seal, and then skip back to the menu, restart. Like, I can get all the Tiger Seals I need. But after having done it once and gotten like 20, now it's like, well, we've never been short of Tiger Seals. Cup of Cordiality is much harder to get. But I went ahead and took Guosia from like level 6 or 7 or whatever up to being maxed out, and Sworn Brother, so that he would give me a 4-star set of gear, which I guess now that I think about it, I do need to make sure they are locked. Seems unlikely they would disappear on me, but it would be kind of terrible if they did, so I should make sure they can't. And the fact that they are part of one of my... Yeah, that little man holding a staff at the bottom, I think that means that they are part of one of my presets and therefore will never go away, but just to be on the safe side. The various Man of Benevolence sets. I guess I got quite a few of these. Unscrupulous Hero Crown, Unscrupulous Hero Armor. Because I set them as a set, and now the same goes for these. The Libationer, Guo stuff. And then Silver Inlay Dice, along with Decorative Knot, which I have set on a couple of different, and Brief Explanation of Sun Tzu. So this could theoretically be better. I think I grabbed Attack Power, Wizardry Spell Damage. Either one of these could be good. Whatever. But the problem I've noticed, well, hey, these are only leveled up to like 8 plus, whereas the Cao Cao gear is 9 plus. But more importantly, what I realized is this is light armor, and the Cao Cao stuff is heavy armor, which I'm actually still. So like I'll dodge more effectively with this, and I think the staff type is a new weapon I hadn't used before. Did Guoxia not become available as a compatriot until the DLC? I don't think that's right, but it has an attack that goes like this. You can just press and hold B. And it applies, like, it's kind of neat. The first time I equipped it, it said this applies something called, like, it applies its status effect just by virtue of being that weapon type, which it degrades enemy armor in some kind of way. But even fully upgraded, it's given me like half the defensive value of Cao Cao set. Because even though I didn't think of Cao Cao set as heavy armor, when I actually started looking at the stats, I'm like, oh, it's classified as heavy armor. That would explain why, even though I'm cosplaying as Cao Cao, who didn't feel like a big, bulky warrior type, I was, by the standards of this game, doing okay as far as being able to take a hit or two before I was really in trouble. So we're going to go ahead and... I put this set together with the whole thinking in mind, hey, we can race through the Ganing level and fight Ganing. I was joking. Well, I wasn't joking. I was saying, I don't know that I'll bother to fight him ever. I think it's kind of funny to not even have to fight him. But now I'm like, we probably should go back and actually... Because I was reminded by the video where we went and beat Jihao Dun in like 2 minutes that, oh yeah, like, I think there might be a way for me to go in the menu and reset a level and play it as though from scratch. But and if I increase the difficulty, I think that would be the case. But for now, it's like, oh, if I go into a level where I've hit all the marking flags and knocked over all the shortcuts, like, I think we could speed run our way to the last save point, go in and fight Ganing and have like 20 morale, and not have to earn our way up to that. Which means, yeah, like, I might hate myself once we get into like a series of failure vids, but I wouldn't be like replaying that entire stage in its entirety to get to Ganing. That being said, I still think what we want to do right now is just go to the next stage of that DLC story. Maybe we fight because I had it spoiled for me while reading about the Ganing fight out of curiosity who the next boss is, and it's not in any way shocking. I was like, oh yeah, of course, that would be someone we would fight as a boss in Sun Tzu's story of establishing Wu. Absolutely makes sense that this boss we'll be fighting is not only a boss but also tough. But like everyone's complaints were that these bosses in these DLCs are too hard. So maybe the thing to do is to continue the DLC story, and the next time we get to a boss that we have to beat to continue, assuming it doesn't glitch, if they're an unmitigated nightmare and no fun at all to fight, maybe I won't go back and make a point of fighting Ganing. Anyway, we have A Dark Tide Rolls In. Chivalrous Warrior of Dong. Who plays the Jade Flute as a sub-battle? In Zhongyang, where the Sun clan's leader and countless of its hardened soldiers perish, hints of a disturbing presence linger. In spite of that, it appears that Zhou Yu has ventured there alone. Sun Quan fears the worst and turns to a trusted ally for assistance. Zhou Yu always has his reasons for his actions. However, since Sun Quan has come seeking assistance, it is of course you who will accompany him. Hints of a disturbing presence linger. So, we can go check that one out eventually. But for now, let's go with the Chivalrous Warrior of Dong. With the assistance of Yuan Shu as a military benefactor. I hope we get to meet Yuan Shu. Well, I spoiled the fact that he's not the boss who was revealed, although he would make sense potentially as a boss. Because I already know, it's likely this has 3 stages, because the first DLC had 3 stages. But anyway, with the assistance of Yuan Shu as a military benefactor, Sun Tzu regrouped his remaining forces and began to advance into Jiangdong. Aided by Zhou Yu and Sun Quan, a series of victories followed for Sun Tzu. Then Yuan Shu requested that he go and oust Governor Liu Yao of the Yang province. This would secure territory to serve as the clan's base, something it sorely needed. Watching on and seeing the desperation in Sun Tzu's eyes, Zhou Yu and Sun Quan could not shake off a sense of unease. In order to prevent Sun Tzu from acting impulsively, You have heeded Zhou earnest plea and will travel alongside him to provide assistance. We will head to a new battleground now. And I just got to pick somebody from Wu without really knowing exactly who is who with Wu. And the more I think about this, the more I'm like, I need to spend those cups of cordiality. They're not doing any good for me. With 3 DLCs to play through, we're kind of at a point where I'm like, what am I saving them for? I can't carry them over into Wolong Fallen Dynasty 2, assuming there is one. I assume somehow... Maybe there'll be an inventory system where you can carry over your inventory, but I'm pretty sure if there's a Wolong Fallen Dynasty 2, I'm just not going to have any gear at the beginning of the game. Even though there's no particular reason I wouldn't be playing as the same character, because it's a ongoing... Oh, yeah, well, whatever. Well... But yeah, like I need to. The thing is, you don't really know what people's. I guess I could look them up. Hey, the armor set you get from somebody when they become a sworn brother to you, which is probably the one you're going to want to put resources like level 3 leather, level 3 steel into upgrading. I don't necessarily know which one does what until after I've got some of it, but. The main reason to get Cup of Cordiality in this game is, A, if you got allies whose passive bonus you enjoy in particular, and I don't even notice them that much because they're not really massive bonuses, but B, like, I ended up just using Cao Cao as an ally while grinding off screen for some stuff, which it's been a long time since I've done anything resembling grinding in this game. It isn't necessary. Once I started using allies, more regularly, I realized it wasn't necessary at all. But yeah, like Cao Cao would have been somebody to pour cups of cordiality into, so I could like quickly get his gear. Anyway, I know we're ready to proceed, but Shentingling Hills, Wu Commandery, Yang Province. This series of hills is situated in such a location that if one were to conduct an offensive on Kuaz County from the west side, this would be the essential passage. In AD 195, an attack was launched by Sun Ce on Governor Liu Yao of the Yang Province. Desperate to strengthen the Sun clan's position, he led his forces to victory at Niuzhu, but was unable to capture the nigh impregnable city of Moling, later Jianye. Sun Ce's forces changed their objective to Kuei and advanced via the mountain path. It was here they encountered the enemy's scouting party. I don't know how impregnable the city of Moling was, but yeah, like I said earlier, there's just a single chapter of the novel. The novel has like 100-something chapters, but there's just a single chapter with Sun Ce just like defeats like 3 or 4 different warlords and just carves out the entire base of what would become Wu under Sun Quan very quickly. And for that reason, like the idea that any of these battles were like especially super tough and like, oh, this fortress was impregnable, like it seems silly because the book covers it all so quickly. That doesn't mean that the actual campaigns were easy wins. Oh, so I got Sun Ce as my budgie here. I wonder if I'm going to be not allowed to, because I'm thinking you would want Zhou Yu as the story buddy. But maybe he's not allowed to be used here because it's he's doing other stuff in the story. Yeah, you can't use him. But we can use Shang Pu is, yeah, he's a Wu dude. I get confused because I associate red with Wu, blue with Wei, and in fact, some of these colors represent people's elements, which is different. Wangai, Juchu, Hamdingers. He gives me ranged attack damage, received, decrease, damage reduction upon martial arts that I kind of don't care about. I don't know what it is that I've not used martial arts at all. Guojia actually is someone I should be using if I intend to use poison and stuff, but now that he's a sworn brother, I feel like it's wasted. I could be slowly building up someone else's loyalty. Let's go with, can't use Sun Quan either. Let's go with Cheng Pu. Got something to say?
I shall accompany you.
Okay, he doesn't seem that enthusiastic about it, but he's coming. Alright, we got 2 tiger seals, like right off the bat, in case we were worried about not having tiger seals, which, you know, we weren't. Shang Pu's like, fine, I'll accompany you, but only if I get to wreck a bunch of shit, and I don't mean enemies. I mean, I want to, like, break boxes and stuff. Alright. Off we go into the wild blue yonder. Well, there's a shortcut waiting to be activated.
Ugh, enemies even here.
Yeah.
Sneaking around isn't my style. That thicket would be perfect.
About to say it's my style. This is like my preferred way to play the game. I like how they just bring this mechanic back when it had been missing from the game for a long time. Tall grass and sneaking, but it's... I like playing the game sneaky styles. That's why... You know, we played you know, dropped this money buying a new graphics card so I could play Enshrouded with Grimmeth and Lethal and Zerf, and like the idea, like if I was playing the game myself, it would take 1,000,000 hours to do everything, but I would be sneaking around, which is just not the way any of them played. Probably not the most efficient way to play, but there's something satisfying about sneak kills, although I don't know that the game did them very well. It's one of those things where all these games feel obligated to have a stealth mechanic, even if they're not good at it. That's bullshit. I mean, I blocked instead of parroting. I did hit the wrong button, literally, but it's annoying that the enemy has so many opportunities, regular enemies, to use their I will knock your morale meter down attacks. Giant Wrestler Gauntlets, kind of a big who cares. I guess like the new definition of shit that I go just turn in for resources. Alright, so bear in mind that's there, but we can't get to it now. We have to climb up. Oh, I should have put the suck health out of the enemy's thing on. There you go. We got 11 hit points by remembering that I had that. Not sure what this is getting me. It's this. I think this is taking me around in a loop to where I've already been, or... Oh no, it's not. There's a new spiders that we hadn't previously encountered here. Evil Taoist Cloak? I guess once you've started earning a set, any enemy can drop it, because that's the set that's dropped by the final boss of the main story. Unscrupulous hero armor +7. This is our camp that we left, isn't it? Yeah, that's the bridge we crossed over there. So pretty sure dropping down there isn't going to take me to any place useful. Pretty sure, not 100% sure, although it looks like, yeah, okay. I think I'm 100% sure now. Oh, and this is the way to get to that marking flag we saw before, so that's nice. Alright, don't seem to be able to get over there. It looks like if we did the double jump that we sometimes can do for some reason, we would have been able to do something with that, but the jumping physics in this game, I'm still a little bit mystified by it. It really does feel like there are some intended jumps and others where it's like, well, this one, like, it seems like I'm able to make this jump in other circumstances, but here it's like there's nothing that you want me to discover over there, so I can't make that jump that I'd normally be able to make. You know what I mean? You know what I mean there, Burn? When assassins were a really big deal. I was really going out of my way to kill that guy, even though it involved running and exposing myself to danger, but sometime, a long time ago, I thought it was explained that killing guys with the little red symbol over their head with a certain type of sneak attack would lower the morale of the overall unit, and I'm still not sure about how that is supposed to work, or if I just dreamed it up. Oh, apparently he's stopped being sneakable-upable. Yeah, that guy was a little bit in over his head there. Let's face it. Got the little conqueror, the famous Irish samurai from the future, and Cheng Pu, who I don't really remember what his deal was. Gauntlet of the Leader of Lords. They're Jesus gauntlets. He's the King of Kings, folks. I'm trying to make fun of Jesus. It does seem like a weird fit, like, you know, working him into the world of Wolong Fallen Dynasty. And yet that is what I must do. I have no choice in the matter. A large, genuine key crystal. I always try to enjoy genuine key products. Alright, we got some kind of murder dog. That just... It was facing away from me, now it's not. Yeah, I had to kill a dog. I'm sorry. Game made me. I didn't ask for this situation. I'm not going to freak out about killing a fictional video game dog. But, I'm not Christy Nome either. I'm not, like, celebrating the fact that it happened, you know? Not gonna brag about it in my autobiography. Check it out, I'm murdering dogs. Because I make the hard decisions. I'm not trying to get like topical political humor, but I find myself murdering dogs at a time where to age the video, but a story that's in the news that's going to get out of the news cycle pretty soon because she's going to stop mattering very soon in national politics is that leading GOP vice presidential contender before all this happened, Kristi Noem, yeah, she murdered a dog. And then she talked about it in her autobiography, and people were like, what the fuck? You murdered a dog? And she was like, yeah, I make the tough decisions. If dog isn't well behaved and is causing me inconvenience and it's not good at hunting because I'm rural America conservative lady, I murder dog. And I feel like you should know about that because I feel like my core constituents enjoy the idea that I murder dogs. And it turns out, no, they don't. So I know this is controversial. I know I shouldn't be talking politics on the channel. I'm going to upset people, but I'm going to have a hot take here that might upset some of you. It's a general rule. I mean, I guess there's situations, things happen. I don't want to judge, but it's a general rule. Yeah, just don't murder dogs. Throw that one out there. Again, controversial opinion, but I feel like I know you guys trust you enough to share stuff like that with you. When we come back next time, guys, if I've learned anything about this game, it's that we've seen a dog or two as enemies, and it's not usually one per level, so this is probably a level where we'll be murdering more dogs. Tune in for that, and I'll catch you guys next time.